Hey guys, I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer yesterday, like completely finished the entire thing, all 7 seasons, and I was a broken person last night, and I am still broken, but now I can talk about my brokenness, so let's do that. But before I do that, I have to tell you guys, if you have not watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, here are some reasons that you should. For one of my favorite things about the show is that it shows the dark side of humans and relationships and their fears and everything that happens, the not perfect side of relationships. This whole topic, the show goes into it a lot and in depth, especially during the latter seasons, which are much more darker, more depressing, more thought-provoking. I just really love this about the show because a lot of shows don't go that far. It's just the basic romance or friendship or just something like that, and relationships are not tested at all as much as they are in this. Not even Vampire Diaries, which is super dramatic, but nothing beats Buffy in terms of relationship, not drama, but like true to life pain. Second, the cast of characters are amazing and super well developed. Third, this is literally the best paranormal show out there, so if you're into that, definitely watch this. Fourth, excuse you, but The Vampire Diaries is basically based on this show, and not even as good. Also, last but not least, trust me when I tell you that you want to watch this show just to get to know the character Spike, because he is amazing. You don't actually get to him until like maybe the second or third season, and even then he's not like a regular character until maybe the 5th or 6th season, but it's worth it. It is so worth it. Just take my word on this. Alright, so everything I'm going to talk about now is going to be spoilers and a discussion of everything that happened, so if you haven't watched the show yet, you should probably not be here. Unless you never plan on watching the show, in which case, fine, you can be here, but you should watch it. When I first started watching the show, it was just randomly, and I just watched the first episode. I think I was in a bit of a vampire mood, so it was on Netflix, so I just clicked the play button and I watched the first episode one night. It was really good, but for some reason I just never started watching it again. But then a few days later, 2 of my friends on Twitter, they convinced me to watch it, and I did, and I binged the first 2, 3, 4 seasons really quickly. I took a teeny little break after that and then started watching again. Another 2 seasons or so easily went down, and this is about the time we got to know Spike better, so that was really fun. It was at about this point in the show that the show got really dark emotionally and physically, as in the screen was like very often black, and I could only watch a few episodes at a time because oh my goodness. However, the plot never stopped being boring, and except maybe at the beginning of the 6th season, it was super amazing, and my mind was completely blown at the end of every single season, and I mean, what more could I ask for? And then we move on and we get to season 7, which is so intense and so amazing and so many deaths and sacrifices and oh shite. And then yesterday when I'm filming this, I watched the season finale and I died. So let's talk about that. So many things happened in the finale, and one of the first things was that Angel came back. Now, mind you, I have not been watching Angel, which is the spin-off show yet, so I'm definitely going to now because Buffy's done and that ending was very not enough. I need more. So I'll definitely be watching it now, and also just to see what happens between Angel and Buffy and, you know, Spike, if he's still there. But I'm gonna try and see where it takes me, although I might need a little bit of a break just to get over the emotionalness of the show and its end. And speaking of Angel, when he came back in this show, why was he so good looking? I mean, I hated him in every Buffy season he was in, and then he comes back now and I was just like, whoa. I haven't seen him because I didn't watch Angel. I haven't seen him since like the very beginning of Buffy, and it was just such a difference. And even more, he actually used emotions when speaking. One of my biggest issues with him at the very beginning of the season was that he talked in a monotone, and it was just very boring, and I don't know why people liked him because I didn't. And which is why Spike was such a relief, because he's such a good actor and a character, and it's just super amazing. But then Angel comes back and he's all chipper and emotion-y, and it's just like, wow, who are you? Also, what was that metaphor between Angel and Buffy where Buffy described herself as cookie dough and that she wouldn't be ready for anyone until she became a warm cookie for other people to try out? Or like, okay, basically she wouldn't be ready to, you know, have a relationship until she became the cookie, and right now she's still a cookie dough, but she basically implied that Angel could be in her future, and I'm like, what about Spike? Like, I'm glad that her kiss with Angel did not mean that she was like betraying Spike right then and there, but really? You're just putting that out there? I thought, Spike! And speaking of relationships and Buffy and Angel and Spike, does Buffy not love Spike? Because right before Spike was about to explode in that ball of magical, evil-destroying light, Buffy told him that she loved him, but he smiled and told her that she was lying. We don't get to know any more than that, which is just another reason I'm going to be watching Angel. I haven't been spoiled for Angel, so please don't spoil me. I don't know if Spike shows up or if he is genuinely dead. I'm hoping that he's not, but I'm afraid that he is, and I just don't know what to think. But that ending was crazy, and I'm honestly hurt. Also, Spike exploded. No, I don't want him to die, but at the same time, I feel like the fact that he exploded doing good and fighting evil is just like such a great ending for him, because he's been through all this pain in the beginning, and then when he became a vampire he caused so much pain, and then he got his soul back and met Buffy and is trying to change, but Buffy apparently still doesn't love him, and I feel like if they have no future together, maybe this is a really good ending for Spike. And honestly, I'm impressed with the writers. They've done such a great job, not only this whole season but this whole series. It's just so good. Like, I hate that he's dead, whether or not he's actually dead, I hate it, but it's also like so well written and so good, so I don't even know what to think. Also, I'm very sad that Anya died. She was so great, and her and Xander were perfect, and now she's dead. Also, Xander didn't even shed a tear. Like, he was like, that's my crazy girl, but no tears. Not even one. And there are Slayers everywhere now! Everywhere! There's Slayers everywhere, and it's crazy, but I'm so happy that one Slayer does not have to, like, shoulder everything. And also, I never understood how there could be vampires all over the world, but like one Slayer who lived in Sunnydale, California could battle all of them? I don't know. And also, why would the vampires stay in Sunnydale then? Like, can't they just move? Okay, but seriously, this is literally the best freaking finale I have seen in my entire life. There was just one lone little tear right here, and it just didn't move, and it was just there for like half, the whole, maybe like the half of the last episode, and it was so sad. And I actually like let out a little whelp of pain somewhere in there too. And this was like 6 in the morning. It was so bad. But yes, it was so amazing and I loved it, and I need to watch Angel now because it's so good. I'm so happy I binged this. Kirsty Mary Jones and everyone else who recommended this to me, I love you forever. Have you watched Buffy yet? And if not, why? And if yes, what were your favorite scenes and, like, I don't know, characters? Just what did you enjoy about the show? Thanks for sticking with me for this rant, this very painful rant of mine, and I'll see you next time. Bye!